In this video, I am going to show you how to find your career in a sustaining and fulfilling way. So this is based on a kind of module that I've found over the past years. So starting off, we have two axes. This is one, and this is two. So this is the inner satisfaction. I call it satis. And this is the external satisfaction. So an example of this would be, for example, like starting from the bottom, I would say like an unemployed is someone who basically doesn't have any inner satisfaction or external satisfaction. The reason is because you don't do anything for the society, or you don't have any colleagues, and you're not getting fulfilled by the work you do because you're not doing any work. So that's why I would put it at this low kind of stage. Moving up for like a higher form of satisfaction externally, I would say, for example, free work, because then you're delivering value to other people, even though you're not making any money, so you won't be satisfied. Or in some sense, you get satisfaction, but you get it in the external sense. And moving up to like the highest level of this, which is very rare, but I just wanted to make it extreme to prove a point, which is a very famous story about a burning monk, which is, I think it's what the festival is named after. It was like a monk in India, or something. I think it was India, where it was a protest because of the revolution or something. So there was like starting a protest. So there was this random monk who sat in the streets while there was this fighting going on, and someone just filled him with gasoline and lit him on fire, while the monk just sat there while doing nothing. So he was kind of what they call a martyr, which is dying for a higher cause without thinking about himself. So in one sense, he proved that, oh, I'm so spiritual that I don't care about my life. Or yeah, he basically, that's one way to look at it, but he did it to prove a point for society, even though it cost him his life. So that's like the external going to the max. Now we can take a look at the internal satisfaction. So then I would start off with, for example, like you have to remember this depends on the specific case, like it differs from everyone. And this is just a model from a random YouTube guy, so it doesn't matter. But I decided to put a marketer in this spot, which is like a person who markets a product which maybe doesn't matter to him, but does it to make a lot of money. So he feel a lot of satisfaction, a lot better than being unemployed, but maybe he doesn't do a lot for the society. And that doesn't mean that all marketers are bad, because some marketers are actually doing pretty good things, like marketing help for poor people or marketing good businesses. But this is just an example for proving a point. And going all the way to the right here with the inner satisfaction, we have, I would say, drug addicts. So this is a person which is doing something, taking drugs, to just feel well, or exceptionally well. And of course, there's difference. It's not white and black, but they are even risking their life just to chase the inner satisfaction, while this burning monk is just trying to get the external satisfaction. So this is where the point comes, where you can find your perfect career. By starting off by finding a place in the middle. So for example, here, I would say people like a soldier or a nurse, which is making money on doing something important for the society or for other people. So just by entering this point, like this space, I would say you're on the right side. Like, you made it somewhat. But of course, we can drag it further, which I'm going to do in this video. So I was start off by going even more external certification. So like a nurse, which is doing overwork. That's one thing. But here I also would say like revolutionist, like a guy doing something for the society, like Gandhi or Martin Luther King or something, because they're somewhat making money, I believe, for doing like very important stuff for other people. So they're like engaging the society. But as we all know, like John Lennon and all these other guys, their career didn't last very long because, again, their life ended with a shot, right? So that's just about the balance. So we're moving on to like a little bit more egotistical view on this, like back to the inner satisfaction. And here we have like here I would say we have the stuff like entrepreneurs. So people starting businesses, entrepreneur, like people starting businesses for the good of other people or the good for society. But also, I believe like many of these entrepreneurs also have like um like a complex for being better than other people, somewhat. But this can all always differ. So some people do it for themselves while other people do it for others, of course. But here we have the sweet spots. That's what I would call your purpose, your career, which is both fulfilling, sustaining, long term, without burning you out by being too externally focused and not being too internally focused. So you're basically meeting at the perfect spot here on the internal and external points of fulfillment. So that could be like writing a book, which is very meaningful for you. So like you love writing and this writing becomes a big success. Or it could be something like maybe like Greta Thunberg. I don't know, like people doing something big, which also fulfills themselves and makes them money, basically. Or it doesn't really need money because some people don't care about money. And like it's in said that when you make over $1 million or $100,000, the money doesn't matter anymore. Like the happiness doesn't increase from that point. So being statistically speaking, but not all countries are like that and not all people are like that. So we have to be concrete here. But the point of this video and the only thing you have to the only thing you have to learn from this video is that if you try to find the balance between external satisfaction and inner satisfaction, you will find a career that will not burn you out, also make you happy, and help society and other people at the same time. So this is my kind of map, the best model I have in my head, and this has worked for me somewhat. So this is everything you need to know. So thanks for watching. Subscribe, click on that like and notification bell, and I see you in the next one. Bye.